Happy Passover and welcome to Cam Look, your daily dose of the Cincinnati Art Museum. Each weekday, a staff member or a volunteer shares a work from our permanent collection and poses a few questions for discussion. We hope you'll check back each day at 10 a.m. for a new work and a new chat. Hi, my name's Emily, and I'm the Director of Learning and Interpretation at the museum. And in honor of the Passover holiday, which started Saturday, March 27th and ends Sunday, April 4th, I wanted to share a work from our collection by the American artist Chaim Gross that celebrates Passover. This color lithograph is part of a series the artist created called The Jewish Holidays. I would like to thank Kristen Spangenberg, our curator of prints, who shared this work with me during a recent show and tell meeting, one of the amazing perks of the job. In this joyous study of faith and community, Jewish American artist Chaim Gross presents a mix of animated figures, bright colors, and decorative lettering in a series of lithographs illustrating the 10 holiest days of the Jewish calendar. Displaced from his small village in the Carpathian Mountains during the First World War, Gross moved to the United States in 1921, where he studied at the Beaux-Arts Institute of Design in New York. He specialized in sculpture and printmaking, employing the method of direct carving he helped pioneer and for which he would predominantly be known. Following the Second World War, Gross became increasingly interested in Jewish subjects and traveled to Israel on several occasions to complete a sculpture of its first president, Chaim Weizmann, as well as make watercolor sketches of the countryside. The 11 lithographs in the Jewish Holidays series were also conceived as watercolors, lending a dreamlike quality to scenes heavy with nostalgia, reverence, and warmth. In the foreword to the series, Rabbi Avraham Soltis explains that, quote, "In these lithographs, Gross recaptures the color of his childhood, and his skill makes them come alive for those who have shared the experience. For those to whom this vanished world is mere history, Gross offers an emotional insight as well as an aesthetic pleasure." End quote. For each of the lithographs, Rabbi Soltis wrote an explanation for each of the holidays. I'm going to share his words about Passover. Quote, 32 centuries ago at midnight, a tribe of shepherds enslaved to the Egyptian corvée for 400 years slipped into the desert. Men, women, and children, the young and the elderly, with their flocks and meager possessions, moved into the wilderness in high exultation, responding to that mysterious call to freedom that moves men to abandon the comforts of the familiar and take their chance on the beckoning horizons of the unknown. To keep the courage of this ancestral choice alive through 150 generations, Jews created the Passover Seder, an annual family dinner jeweled with songs and stories, with questions and games and symbols. For a month in spring, the house is cleansed, the crockery changed, the tableware polished in anticipation of this special night. On the eve of the festival, the last scraps of leavened bread are removed from the house and burned. The festive table is set with bitter herbs, matzah, parsley, and a wine cup for each participant, even the youngest. And when at eventide the family gathers around the table, it is the youngest who speaks first. Why is this night different from all other nights? In response, the head of the family, dressed in white robe and cap, narrates the story of Exodus, spicing the epic with tastes and sounds that bring tears and delight. For this evening, the family is transported back 3,000 years and is one with the bitterness and exaltation of their forebears. This we do because of what God did for me when I came forth out of Egypt. End quote. If you're interested in seeing the entirety of this series, please visit the museum starting August 24th, 2021. We will be exhibiting these works as part of the citywide Jewish Cincinnati Bicentennial, which runs October 2021 to October 2022 and celebrates the 200th anniversary of Jewish life in the city, which formally began with the founding of this Chestnut Street Cemetery. The Jewish community and the city of Cincinnati will commemorate this significant milestone through community celebrations, multi-generational programs, and interactive experiences. In closing, to those of you who celebrate Passover, we want to wish you a very joyous holiday. Thanks and have a great day.